I'm sitting there this morning and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I don't want to repeat of what happened last night. When I did that set of 20, it was supposed to be a set of 10, but I ended up doing a set of 20. And then what followed was 20 minutes of freaking hell. I was on the ground, dizzy. I felt like vomiting and all sorts. I was just in a bad mess. Couldn't catch my breath. I was just that out of breath, that starved of oxygen that I just couldn't get enough air. And I think that kind of precipitated all the nausea and everything. I was just that gut wrenched. So I don't want to repeat all that. But a set of 10 felt good. It felt good. Now I know I've got corona washing around in my veins still. I still probably have those spike proteins bouncing around the place. I still probably am, positive on that. Probably PCR still, but I'm still positive on that on the rat test as well. So you don't want to overexert yourself physically. But at the same time, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, what constitutes a healthy body? Obviously, you need sleep, you need adequate nutrition, but a healthy human body needs to move. For the last 7 days, man, I've been in the house, bed, napping, not a lot of eating. And so in my time of worst health, I was also exhibiting worst lifestyle practices. Didn't see a lot of sun, didn't get out much, it was raining, all that cold weather. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, movement is good. It has to be good. It's just I need some sort of a safety threshold where I don't kill myself, where I don't starve myself of oxygen too much. Clearly the lungs at the bottom fields, the bottom part of my lungs is still probably crusty, full of crap, full of all that shit that I've been coughing up. But I weirdly felt a little bit better with my breathing after all that pain and agony that I went through yesterday. So today I walked in, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do sets of 20, I'm going to do sets of 10 because that seems to be a good amount of volume and I don't overexert myself and there's not too much oxygen demand with that. So I came in, bar 10, 60, 10, 110, and then I started doing singles up to 190. I did 190 today, felt all right, felt strong. Just like yesterday, my body feels good. On the way down, I thought stripping the bar back down to 100 kilos and doing another 2 sets of that. Leading up to in the warm-ups, I did 3 sets of 10 with 100 kilos. I thought about doing that, and then I thought, now let's do 160 for a set of 5, and then I'll do 140 if I can for a set of 10, and that's what happened. I feel great right now. I feel great. I'm still kind of searching for answers why I felt so horrible yesterday. Obviously, it's another day removed. It's another day of sleeping, and I had another nap today. There's nothing else going on. I can't leave. So I've just been in the house, bored shitless. I'm not the type to just be in the house all day like that. I like my fresh air. I like going out. It's been raining. It's been miserable. So by the time I get to these sessions last few days, my body's felt well. By the time I get to these sessions, man, I just want to have a bit of fun, number one, and I want to push my body a little bit, right? That's what I do every single day. I try to push a little bit. And all these thoughts about coronavirus, pericarditis, and all these like long, symptoms with COVID and whatever. And I just kept thinking about that. And I'm like, well, how much is that our own doing? You don't want to baby a patient for 3 freaking months. You want the patient to get back to some sort of normality. And part of that normality is freaking movement and using your lungs. Just because your lungs are, let's say, taxed a little bit, they're not 100% right. That doesn't mean the rest of those alveoli, the rest of those air pockets that you want to be using that are, fit and ready, you don't want them just on a holiday. You still want to be using your cardiovascular system. You still want to be using your cardiorespiratory system to some degree. You don't want to lose fitness, man. And obviously there's a bit of a kind of a fine line. You don't want to go and do a pig squat routine and walking up and down the freaking garage heaving everywhere and all that. Like, you don't want that. But at the same time, I can't just come in here and not do anything. I've got this urgency about me that I want to breathe. It's a really bizarre feeling. I don't generally have that feeling, but I feel like I just want to breathe and cough all this shit up. I feel like there is just gunk in the bottom of my lungs. And after freaking breathing like a maniac and thinking about vomiting and all that I described in yesterday's video, after about an hour, once the nausea passed away, I actually felt lighter in my lungs. I felt like my lungs have been, it's like I went through a air tunnel and I just been, like, when you're driving a car and you take it through a run through the hills, on the way back down when you re-enter normal traffic, the car feels like it's running smoother, better. It's just been run through. Like you've opened up those valves maximally. You've just aired it out in a way, right? That's how my body felt afterwards. And I had a really nice sleep. It was just one of those things. I don't know, man. Like, obviously, COVID-19 is something that my body's never seen before. I have been vaxxed freaking triple for it. So it's not a first onset, first exposure. Have been exposed through this virus. That's what vaccines are. It's mini exposure. So, it's a new kind of thing to the world. But if you feel all right physically, you need to get out and move. That's what I feel within myself. And this is why I did it today as well. So I am, through sheer want, need, probably more need, I'm going to go into a bit of a higher volume breathing squats type scenario now. I just feel like I need it. I feel crappy in my lungs. I just want to open them up, and I want to do hill runs with my lungs every single day. Obviously, I'm not going to do sets of 20 anymore because that shit almost killed me. But I do want to breathe. I want to breathe. And now it's like, right now it's like 5 degrees or something, 6 degrees, I think I looked. It's really cold. I'm like layered up, and so it's fresh, crispy air. I feel like I've got freaking oxygen tanks strapped to me, man. There's so much density in the air of oxygen. It's cold, right? So that's kind of helping me. It's just, I don't know. When you're doing singles and you have to wait a lot of time between sets, I'm sitting there on the bench freezing my ass off. I didn't want that either. I want to move and I want to sweat it out a little bit. And to be honest, like I feel great right now. I feel like I've done the right thing. I'm probably going to sleep better, again. I'm just sick and tired of just the last 7 days, man. It's been like, I've been a shadow of myself. Just, you have no appetite because I'm not moving. I can't sleep because I'm not freaking tired. I'm just, first 3 days were shit because I had body aches and fever. But now, like, all of that's kind of dissipated the last 4 days. And so I'm not moving. I'm not training. I don't have appetite. Because of that, I can't sleep. So everything falls apart when there's no movement. Now I feel like I've done something. I feel mentally satisfied. I feel physically satisfied. I'm probably going to have a shower and then have a big meal. I started eating better today as well. So it's all kind of following, itself in a way. It's all kind of like one thing leads to another. And I think health is the holistic picture of health is not just a one aspect. You need diet, you need sleep, you need exercise, you need friends, you need companionship. There's all sorts of kind of pieces to that pie that kind of make up health. And I've been lacking certain aspects to it. And my God, you guys know what training is to me, and you guys can appreciate how much I'm glad that I'm back to some sort of capacity. 190 for one and a whole bunch of volume, and I'm a happy chappy over here. Felt poppy. The poppiest I've felt in the last 7 days, that's for sure. Brandon Ewan, my man, thank you so much for jumping on and supporting me. It's been, I don't know how many days in a row now that I'm shouting out somebody in these videos. Brandon is the latest addition to the Patreon list. Appreciate you, Brandon, and everyone else that came before you. You guys are freaking the best community. I'm so proud of this. I spent a whole bunch of time today on the comments. I went back to like 7 days because I couldn't, I wasn't in a shape to answer all the comments. But today I had a really good sit down and I had a look at everyone wrote. So I appreciate you guys. Appreciate everyone on Instagram. It's been so much love coming my way. Appreciate you guys for that. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.